Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wednesday, February 10th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, the King of the Ice himself, that's me, Philly Pete, and we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal Wednesday afternoon. Hump day, middle of the week, let's rock and roll. We're getting closer to the weekend. This show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by MyBookie.ag. Sports are back, ladies and gentlemen, like usual. NHL's in full gear, NBA's in full gear, college basketball's in full gear. March Madness is right around the corner, so you can't complain about that. What better way to start cashing out large than going to mybookie.ag? Use the promo code 12OunceSports. That's 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces. You can see the promo code right underneath the banner of my video here. So once again, mybookie.ag. Use the promo code 12OunceSports. 12OZ Sports. Simple as that. Start cashing out large today when you hit up mybookie.ag. They'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. And always remember to gamble responsibly. Simple as that. Please gamble responsibly. Also, Zingo TV, channel 761. Ladies and gentlemen out there that are tuning in to channel 761, welcome aboard to today's episode of Pete's Power Plays. Those that don't have Zingo TV, I highly recommend you get it. It is a free app. Download it on any streaming device platform out there, Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick, Google Chromecast, Apple TV. Download it, look for Zingo TV, that's Z-I-N-G-O. Once you sign up with an account, flip over to channel 761, that's 761, and you'll be hearing today's episode of Pete's Power Plays live. And last but not least, Amazon, we have a website out there. Go buy some things. Get something for the wife or your kids. If it's a birthday, anniversary, whatever it may be, go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. Once again, it's www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in action Wednesday afternoon. Hope everyone's feeling great. We had a great night last night. Clients did okay. They went 1-2. It's okay. No big deal. That Sharks over absolutely helped us, and I was hinting on the show yesterday that it was going to move to 6. It moved to 6, so that's why I do this show, so that everyone gets these lines taken care of early, so that once the lines move, you don't have to worry about it. You already have it locked in from Pete's Power Play. Simple as that with yours truly. So last night we had a kick-ass night. We went 5-2-1 overall. That's including Twitter and Klein plays. Twitter went 4-0-1. 4-0-1, okay? I mean, there's not a loss there, ladies and gentlemen. So, Twitter, congratulations on your awesome, awesome night. Clients, again, go 1-2 on the evening. That's okay. All is good. We had the Flames money line yesterday. A lot of people were on Winnipeg. If you listened to my show yesterday, I expected Calgary to come back and win this game, tie up the season series. Now, between these two teams, when you have Calgary win, there's going to be high scoring goals, and we didn't get the high scoring that we wanted to, okay. But we got the Calgary victory. So everyone was everyone was all over Winnipeg. I was not. I went the other way with Calgary. Got to switch it up sometimes, and that's where I was leaning. So Flames money line that cashed out for Twitter. The Senators and Oilers over 1.5 first period. I know everybody loves my first period overs. That cashed out last night. The Ducks and Knights, another first period over. That cashed out last night. Panthers -1 was a push. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that empty net to sweep the board. But that's okay. Not a single loss for the Twitter list last night. Panthers -1 was a push. And the 3-team moneyline parlay, even if you included the Panthers for a 4-team moneyline parlay, you cashed out. I had the Oilers, Lightning, and the Knights all on the money line in a parlay, plus 250 on the money line. $100 bill pays you out 250. $1,000 bill pays you 2,500. Simple as that. If you added the Panthers, that was at least probably a plus 350 card right there. Simple as pie. You cashed that out as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, congrats to all that talent on the Twitter list. The clients, again, went 1-2. We took a stab with the Senators over 6.5 again with the Oilers. It looked good after the first period, but not enough. Lost that one. Stars on the money line. What is this team doing? You're up 1-0 early. You cannot grasp that 2-1 at the end. They had an open net. They couldn't converge there. It's a shame, really. Stars should have had this one, no problem. But again, I don't dwell on my losses. I put them out on Twitter and I move on. There's no need for that bull crap nowadays. You move on to the next day. Take your loss and move on. Simple as that. And last but not least, Sharks and Kings over 5.5. That was the lone winner for the clients there. If you had 6, you hit the 6 as well. So congratulations there. Overall on the night, 5-2-1 with a plus 4.05 unit evening. Hell of a night for everybody. NHL season currently sits at 116 wins. That's 116, 93 losses, and 7 lovely pushes that we all love, giving me a grand total right now of plus 22.58 units. Simple as that. We are rocking and rolling. So don't be amused. This is great. This is awesome. Great start. We're up over 20 units once again. I mean, we had a crappy last couple of days, but listen, like this is how I keep preaching over and over again. And the cappers out there that don't understand that this is part of the game. I mean, I've been in this for about 3 years now. All right, and I already know I've been betting my whole life since I was 18. I'm 15 years in now, and I know how it works. Okay, you're hot, you're hot. You're cold, you're cold. It all inverses once in a while. All right, when you're cold, you turn to hot. When you're hot, you turn to cold. That's what happens. Clients, they were up over 7 units. Now they're up over 3 units because of the losses that we had. That's how it works around here. Simple as that. So once again, my NHL season, 116, 93, and 7 with a plus 2.58 units, 22.58 units overall. We're having a great season so far, just the way we wanted to. Again, this is why you all hang out and get the plays from yours truly, the king of the ice himself, Philly Pete. So this is what I'm talking about now. We're ready to rock and roll. Clients here last night, like I said, went 1-2. And again, that's okay. They 1-2 in the night with a minus 1.45 unit overall. Their total record, though, Clients' total record right now, 35 wins, 27 losses, and 3 pushes. And like I said, they're close. They're about at that 3 unit mark there. So that's all that matters. Actually, a little bit less. So it's all good. 100 bettors are over about 2.5 units, and $1,000 bettors are up over about 2.5 units as well. So they're still on the positive end of things, getting basically double their money at this point. So that's great to hear. So we're rocking and rolling. Again, when you're down, you're down, and then when you're up, you're up. Simple as that. But this is how the game rules. So going over the show plays last night, since I am taking care of that. The show plays last night were pretty darn good, if you ask me. Now that I want to tell you guys that over parlay that I gave you all, that was scratched because I was working till 9 o'clock at night. Okay, I also work a full-time job. I'm in the IT industry. Okay, things go down, and you work late. Simple as that. I thought I was off the clock at around 4:30, close to 5. I ended up having to work till about 9 o'clock. So that was scratched right off the bat because once I heard, obviously I had the under 5.5 in the Florida game from my show. So again, you do a lot of things at once, and there you go. So simple as that. So that over parlay was a late scratch again. So there you go. But let me go over these, and my apologies as well. But again, work does get in the way, ladies and gentlemen, and these things do happen. So that's how it goes. But again, that over parlay was a scratch from last night because I had the under 5.5 in the Florida-Detroit game, not the over. So there you have it. So going over the games last night, we had 7 games on the menu, Detroit and Florida. Show plays, under 5.5. That was a winner. Florida on the money line, that was a winner. And then Florida in a parlay. Again, if you add a Florida to one of those teams that I mentioned earlier, Edmonton, Tampa, Vegas, even all 4, you cashed out a pretty solid parlay on the evening, and there you have it. So under 5.5 in Florida, Florida money line, and Florida in a parlay. So that was a clean sweep there. Edmonton and Ottawa, we had Ottawa. I did mention on the show, I did not take this as a play, but I said don't be surprised if Ottawa covers that puck line. Okay, and again, it was on the show. You all heard it yesterday from me, yours truly. But again, if you did take for the crazy puck line for the Ottawa Senators, you covered that because it was a 3-2 final. But Edmonton on the money line, that was a winner. Edmonton in regulation, also a winner. And of course, the over 6.5 that I mentioned on the show, which was a Klein play, that loss, that went under. So again, a solid day on the ice for that game. Chicago and Dallas was a big time whiff. Dallas on the money line was a Klein play. That lost, of course. Again, I'm not dwelling over this. Dallas lost on the money line. And the over 5.5, I thought we were going to see some goals. Clearly, we did not. So that went under. Tampa Bay and Nashville, over 5.5. That was an easy winner. And Tampa on the money line, that was an easy winner as well. So there you go. Clean sweep in that Tampa-Nashville game. Winnipeg and Calgary. So we had Calgary on them. Again, everyone was over Winnipeg last night. I like the Calgary Flames. And there you go. It just proved to be right. Calgary on the money line was a winner. That was also a Twitter play. Over 6. Now, again, when I think about these overs and these Winnipeg Calgary games, Calgary usually wins with high scoring. Again, we did not see that. So over 6 was a loser. We had 5 total. And I did say a small little value there on that Calgary minus 1.5 on the puck line. That almost got there, but not quite. So that lost as well. Not a big deal. Again, Calgary was the main winner in last night's game. Vegas and Anaheim, we had the over 5.5. That cashed out no problem. The Vegas money line, that was a winner as well as in a parlay. We had Vegas in regulation. That cashed out as well. And Vegas minus 1. That pushed. So, again, a nice, solid night there as well for that game. Those that tailed any of those plays, congrats. Of course, you pushed on the minus 1. Now, when you look at these 3-4 teamers, like I said, you cashed out Florida, Tampa, Vegas, and Edmonton. If you did 4-team, 3-team, again, any of those 4 teams, any sort of combo, you cashed out no problem. So give me a quick 2-minute break. I'll be back. I will talk the Sharks-Kings game, and then I'll get into tonight's 2-game slate. I know it's late, but let's talk about it. Be back in 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
At Amazon, we're pretty good at getting things done. We're pretty good at solving problems. COVID-19 is the biggest challenge we've had to face. But challenges are what motivate us. Like flying masks to our employees around the world. We're doing everything we can to get you what you need, and doing everything we can to keep our people safe. I'm former Navy pilot Sarah Rhodes, and I'm proud to lead our Amazon Air network.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Thank you so much for taking that 2-minute timeout with me. I'm your host. This is the Wednesday, February 10th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays, hosted by the one, the only, the king of the ice himself. That's me, Philly Pete. And again, we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Hope you all are enjoying your Wednesdays, your Wednesday afternoons, your Wednesday mornings, your Wednesday nights, wherever you may be around the world. Grab that coffee, grab that lunch. Hell, grab a beer or something. Let's get it started. This is a Wednesday afternoon, rock and roll, close to that Friday. So let's get into it. Now, the San Jose Sharks and the LA Kings last night, the over 5.5 and the over 6, of course, they were show plays, but that was also a client play. That cashed out. Again, if you had 5.5, that won. If you had over 6, that won. No-brainer, that won. And the San Jose Sharks on the money line at that minus 120 spot. And something about that I liked. I did like the Sharks last night. Kings they haven't really been playing that well as of late. And but for me, the Sharks were a no-brainer. It took them penalties, but they won. So Sharks won in money line and the over 5.5 and or 6. What you had, so another clean sweep game from last night from yours truly, Philly Pete, and that ends yesterday's show and the overall day that we had. Again, up 4.05 units from last night, over 22 units as we speak going into this season. We're rocking and rolling as we speak. Clients close to about 3 units as well. They are rocking and rolling as well. And again, you have good nights, you have bad nights. This is how things happen. But you're always not going to be cold, and you're always not going to be hot. Simple as that. I mean, I could vouch for every capper. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're cold, you're cold. And again, it happens. It does happen. You'll lose, and then you'll win. You'll win, then you'll lose. But people have to understand that. Simple as that. And also, once again, if those that want to be a client of mine, I just had about 6 or 7 of you just sign up this morning. I still haven't gotten to all of you yet. So let me finish this show. I will get to you right after this show. And again, welcome aboard here. And I will get your packages out, whatever you want. Those that want to be a client, follow me at The Real Pete Tooch. You search up Philly Pete. I'm one of the first guys there. You can't miss me and my awesome logo that I have. And become a client today. I have season-long packages. I have monthly packages and weekly packages as well. Obviously, the record shows for itself my past 2 years as well. 2 years ago, 85.8 units overall. Last year, 132.1 units overall as well. Yes, they were both positive seasons, and yes, both were kick-ass seasons. This is why I have the amount of clients that I have now. It's unbelievable. Okay, we're over the triple-digit mark, like I said, over and over again. Women are even signing up. So, I mean, this is great. It's great to have both sexes involved here. This is what I like to see from an NHL standpoint and as a capper myself. So this is why I am the king of the ice. So sign up today. Again, and I am also giving a $100 discount off for the entire month of February. So again, DM me for more information. I will get you hooked up with that $100 off. This is why the clients that signed up this morning took full advantage of. So again, I'm running this deal to the end of February. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of it now. Again, $100 off if you sign up for a package today. Again, it's the season-long package, that is. But I will hook you up with some discounts as well for monthly and weekly, okay? So there you have it. I'm always down to hit you guys up with something good because I support you all, and you all have supported me throughout the last couple years of me capping. So let's get rocking and rolling here. Also, if you haven't checked out the store, okay, the 12-ounce sports store that we have, I have it pinned on my profile on my Twitter. Check it out. It's a 12-ounce sports store. I have a bunch of Pete's Power Plays apparel out there, whether it's shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, even zip-ups as well. I have masks. I have onesies, especially with those that have infants coming soon, like myself. My baby girl is due April 23rd, so I look forward to that. We hooked her up with a bunch of Pete's Power Plays onesies. I can't wait to show you all out there, when she comes on board. So we have that and a bunch of other shirts, t-shirts to hook you guys up with. So check it out. Support me today, of course. As you saw in the pictures before, there is a bunch of people that have been supporting Pete's Power Plays and of course me, Philly Pete. So I have a bunch of other clients and friends as well that have my apparel. I'll be posting more pictures out as well. So get your apparel today. Simple as that. So tonight we have 2 games on the menu. It is a short card. This is the one thing that I don't like about the NHL is that they do a 10 to 12 game. Let me revert that. 8 to 12 games. Okay, I'm including COVID games. 8 through 12 games one night. Next night there's a game or 2. Makes no sense. This season, of course, and they play everybody so many times. It's an MLB schedule, and listen, I can't wait for next year for when things should be back in normal place and we can have again a Flyers Kings game, Penguins Sharks game. This is what we want to see. Simple as that. But This is how we have to deal with life right now, and this is how we have to deal with the NHL right now. Good thing is, NHL is back in action, and that's all we can ask for as NHL fans. So Boston and the New York Rangers, over-under set at 5.5. The Boston Bruins, minus 160 on the money line. New York Rangers, plus 145 on the money line. Now, New York opened up at plus 130. Obviously, now they're plus 145. That money is going towards Boston. Boston getting 75% of the money as we speak at that minus 160 spot. New York Rangers getting the 25% at that plus 145 dog money line. Again, over-under set at 5.5. Now, you look at these two teams here, and puck lines, when it comes to covering the puck lines, Boston is not good this season. Boston is 1-6 on the road in their last 7 covering the puck line. New York 4-3 in their last 7 at home when covering the puck line. So can we see a 3-2 game? I can see that. I can see Boston win 3-2. I do like the Bruins here on the money line. My couple books that I have are at minus 150, but this is showing minus 160. So I mean, it is skewed all over the place. So whatever number that you get, take it. I like the Bruins here on the money line at minus 160. And when it comes to the over/under, the Boston Bruins are 5-5 in their last 10. The Rangers are 3-7 in their last 10. This calls for an under for Philly Pete, and I just think that we're going to see unders. Rangers, to me, again, I can't grasp them yet. You know, they still look out of function. They look out of chemistry. Lafreniere has been a ghost all season so far. I know it's early, but you know they got to kick up some chemistry. You know, all their games for the most part have been low scoring. Like I said, Rangers are 3-7 in the last 10. So with this game, and I'm going to be honest here, I want to take the Boston Bruins here on the money line. And when it comes to the over/under, I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under 5.5. You know, the Bruins are 5-5 in their last 10, and like I said, the Rangers are playing slow hockey. But again, this won't be a play for me. But if you look at this puck line, you know, I could see a 3-2 final. That would be a solid prop bet for me to take. Would be a 3-2 Boston win at whatever those odds are, because the way that the Rangers are covering the puck line, 4-3 in their last 7, that's not bad, especially at home. Boston is 1-6 on the road in their last 7. That's not good when it comes to the puck line. So Boston the money line. Now, if you want to be crazy, if you want to be absolutely crazy, Rangers puck line at plus 1.5. But again, I'm not on that just because I have Boston the money line. I'm not going to put any more marbles than what I have now. So there you go. Boston on the money line at minus 160 and the under 5.5. So there you go in New York, Boston, and the Rangers. And last but not least, of course, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Montreal Canadiens. Over/under set at 6.5. Montreal minus 115 on the money line. Toronto minus 110 on the money line. This is a toss-up game between the two. Montreal did open up at minus 105. Now they're at minus 115. Clearly, money is swaying towards Montreal's way, and there you have it. At 60% too. Montreal has 60% of the money at that minus 115. Toronto has 40% of that other side of that minus 110. Again, this is a toss-up game. 60-40 split, basically. And again, most of the money heading towards Montreal's way, which is great. So, and that's where I'm leaning as well. When it comes to the over/under, Toronto is 4-5-1 in their last 10 on the road. Montreal 5-4-1 in their last 10 on the overs at home, or in general, I should say. These are both over/unders in general. Toronto on the puck line 1-5 on the road in their last 6. Montreal 3-2 at home in their last 5 when covering the puck line. So again, Toronto is not a puck line cover team away. Simple as that. Montreal 3-2 record. That's not bad either. So if you want to play something small here, maybe that Canadiens puck line at minus 1.5 wouldn't be too bad. Again, that's a slight value play for me. But all in all, this game here, give me the Montreal Canadiens on the money line, a small money line. Okay, again, the money is swaying that way as we've been seeing. So simple as that. So give me Montreal on the money line, okay, at minus 115. And when it comes to the over/under here, again, this I feel like is going to be a gritty game. I really do. It's going to be chipping everywhere. These are the two best teams in that Canadian division right now. They are really good. And I can see some chippiness. I mean, not having Wayne Simmons for Toronto is a big deal. He is that instigator. He's a guy that will lift your team up. But Montreal's been playing really good as well. And again, these over-unders are about the same. So I know these two teams can score, and they can score at will. But these two teams have good defenses. So for me, the 6.5 is a big number for me. And that's why I'm leaning under. I'm on the unders here in both games tonight. I know I'm not a... Listen, if you know me, which I know most of you have known me for a while now, I'm not an under guy. I'm really not an under guy. I love the overs, and I love to see goals in this Toronto game. I do, but I really think this is going to be a low-scoring game. Again, chippiness. Two best teams in that North Division. Simple as that. So over under 6.5. Give me the under 6.5. Again, a light play here for that under 6.5. I trend lightly on that, please. Under 6.5 in Toronto at Montreal, and then Montreal on that money line at minus 115, which should be a awesome classic matchup this evening. Both games, Boston and New York at 7 o'clock, and Montreal and Toronto at 7:30. So both games will be going on at the same time, basically. And just stay tuned. These are the two only games for this evening. It's unfortunate. Now, if you want to do a crazy parlay here, and you know what, I wouldn't mind it at all. I really wouldn't mind this parlay. But a Montreal Canadiens money line bet teamed up with the Boston Bruins on the money line as well, and you put them two together, Montreal, Boston, two-team money line parlay, that pays you at a plus 215. So that would not be bad. If I don't play these separately, look out for a two-team parlay between those two teams, Boston and Montreal. Again, it will pay you out plus 215. That's not bad at all, considering the fact that we cashed out a three-teamer last night. And again, I know everybody loves three-team parlays from Philly Pete. They all love it. I get DMs all the time about it. So, I mean, that's how we're going to roll, and simple as that. So, again, if you parlay Boston and Montreal, you get a plus 215 payout. Simple as that. Again, let me go over those that missed out on these two plays that are just tuning in right now for the last couple minutes that I have with you all. Boston and New York, over-under is set at 5.5. I'm going with the under 5.5. And Boston on the money line at minus 160. Again, some books are different. Some books are at minus 150 that I'm seeing here. Some are at minus 160. So again, money is going towards the Bruins, and that's where you want to stay with this game here tonight. I don't like anything about the Rangers so far. As I mentioned earlier, they look ghosted out. They don't look good. Their chemistry is just not there yet. Lafreniere has been a ghost. I mean, this team, this is what... there's a lot of Rangers fans out there. There really is. And, you know, there's no need to worry yet. No need to panic. Your team is still in contention. Okay, it's still early in the season as well, but they got to start rolling at some point. And unfortunately, I don't think tonight is going to be that night. So give me, again, Boston on the money line at minus 160 and the under 5.5. They're in New York. That's a 7 o'clock puck drop there. And then later on, the 7:30 game, Montreal and Toronto, over-under set at 6.5. This is a toss-up game here as well. And, you know, Montreal getting 60% of the money. Toronto getting 40% of the money for an even matchup. Montreal did open up at minus 105. They're now minus 115, so obviously money is going Montreal's way. That's where I'm going. I'm leaning Montreal on the money line once again. And the under 6.5. I truly do see a grit game here tonight. You know, defenses are pretty solid for both teams. So I like Montreal on the money line and the under 6.5. So there you have it. And of course, that two-team parlay, Boston, Montreal, plus 215 payouts. Can't go wrong there. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, on this small two-card slate that we have. I'm out of time, unfortunately, but I will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, 12 p.m. in the East, 9 a.m. in the West. Let's rock and roll tonight again and start cashing out these NHL tickets. Have a great day and be back tomorrow. See you guys. Bye.